Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell knew you either?
And then stop the baloney. Who the fuck in the mob says stop the baloney? What kind of statement is that?
Oh, now you want to act like a clown? What do you mean? Or stop the baloney?
I'm gonna act like a clown. Stop the fucking baloney. No, I heard it from people who graduated from Harvard. Stop the baloney. I never heard that on the street. No,
I graduated from Harvard.
Sammy, Michael.
Yeah, where the fuck you graduated? I don't know.
Sammy, let Michael talk, please. Let him talk. What's going on, everybody? Happy Monday.
Happy Monday. President's Day, right?
President's Day. Yes, sir. Welcome back to 52 Topics with Frank Fiordilino for our Monday live stream. Every Monday night, this is where you'll find us at 7 p.m. Salvatore Asatura, thank you so much. Ryan Brown, $4.99 before we started. You know what?
Thank you.
We'll get to that comment in a second. I'm going to star it. We'll get to that. Really enjoyed the show, guys. Curious if you caught Francis on Bill Maher. I did not. I will watch that, though. That's interesting. Timothy O'Reilly, buonasera a tutti. Thank you, sir. Thank you for hanging out. Carmine S. Barzalette. We got Drunk Josie. We got Billy Johnson. JT Manna. Looks like everybody's funneling in. Scott H. Matt. David Price. Everybody's coming in. Roro. How could I forget the great, powerful Roro G?
Pedge, Matt, what's up, guys? What's going on?
Pedge is eating at Olive Garden watching the show. Save some breadsticks for the rest of us, huh, buddy?
God.
What's up, Pedge?
Yeah, no, it reminds me of being in the program. Olive Garden, what's the other one? With the C, Cabarrus, whatever the fuck it is.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Cabello something?
I know, yeah. Well,
Carlos, Mike the printer. I hate you with the thumbs up. Thumbs up to you. What's up, Pedge? What's going on, buddy? Frank, how you doing, man?
good. Not bad. Another week, but prepping for our recording of the Sicilian one we're gonna do on my first trip to Sicily and Cabarrus. There he goes. Hey, Roro.
Yeah.
Actually, I came here in 1972. I was 2 years old. I don't remember. And my mom and I went there. She wanted me to see where I was born. And we went in 1985. And that was during the second Mafia war in 1980s that was going on in Sicily. Beautiful place. A lot of bad things were going on. And we will talk about that. People we knew that family knew that we lost. And we'll talk a little bit about that. The acid bats, everything. A lot of bad things were going on.
Yeah, that's going to come out on Wednesday. Sicily, 1985. I'm sure Frank will talk about more than just that year, but we'll speak about that year in particular. And I think you guys are going to like that one, especially you guys that are into that Italian organized crime, like Italian organized crime. Totorina, as Carmine S says right here. Yeah, we're going to be talking about that. Drum Capella in the house. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Drum.
Hey, Drum. I listened to that voicemail. It was actually nothing, by the way. There was nothing there. All right. Yeah. So also, ladies and gentlemen, tonight after this live stream right here, if you go over to NYC Crime Spot, my other channel, the channel that brought me to YouTube, NYC Crime Spot, I'm going to premiere a video at 9 p.m. So after this, I would appreciate if everybody goes over to NYC Crime Spot to watch that one. That's only about 20-something minutes. It'll be a live premiere with a chat. And, Frank, it got me thinking. We were talking about what I did today, and I was filming some diners today. I was doing like a Goodfellas real versus fake comparison. So I actually went to 3 different diner locations. 2 of them I went inside. One of them is abandoned, as you guys will see during this upload. And diners, man, they play a big role, right? I mean, these especially on the East Coast, New Jersey, Long Island, New York City, there's this whole diner culture. And of course, it's a place that's open late. So you guys had your fair share of time hanging out in diners, huh?
Every time we went to the clubs, Clinton, right, Cat Stagner, that's the one.
That's the one you'll see tonight. You'll see
about. No, but we used to go to the Fresh Pond Diner on Fresh Pond Road after we would go to the clubs, and There was one certain dish we always got. It was an appetizer, I would say today. Back then it hit the spot. We would get a potato delight. You know what a potato delight is? Anybody
No,
out there? Well, it's brown gravy, French fries
with mozzarella.
No. Yellow cheese, American cheese, like a cheddar cheese.
Oh, it's called disco fries.
I guess so. It makes sense.
I actually had that. You guys will see. Actually, thankfully you brought that up. I actually ordered that for the sake of the upload, just so people can see it. But potato delight, I believe proper. It's disco fries. I don't know about this potato delight stuff, guy.
It was a potato delight. Ask Petch. He was there. It was a potato delight in the neighborhood. That's what we called it.
All right. Maybe they called it in that. That's fine. You're allowed to call it different things. I'm just fucking with you. Fresh Pine Diner used to take the ketchup bottles off the tables after midnight. Is that right?
Yeah, that's true, JT. I'm not proud of that, but a lot of my friends had. I think I cracked a couple people ketchup bottles at one time. But that's what was going on. It was like a dick waving contest between me and my friends.
So JT Manna says potato delight 100%. Mike the Printer says disco fries. All right.
Does anybody remember the potato delight? That's what we used to call disco fry. What they do, dance?
Big Joey in Greenpoint, my man.
Big Joey,
we're planning for you. We're planning for you soon, Joe. I got your number. I'm the fucking worst, dude. I got so much shit going on. But you're coming on. How about you, Brett? As far as what, Billy Johnson? Bobby Fingers in the house. What's going on, buddy? Potato delight. All right. Listen, potato delight. It is what it is.
Right, it is what it is.
It was what it was, and it is what it is.
Man, one day, a friend of mine, an ex-friend of mine, right? He hit somebody with a fucking ketchup bottle so good, he gave him about 15 fucking stitches. And I don't know why he did it, but we knew the guy. He was actually sitting with us. He fucking somebody we're gonna mention right over the fucking head.
Really?
Bro, what the fuck did you do? We know the kid. I don't give a fuck, this or not, man. Just crazy.
Favorite season of Hell's Kitchen, MasterChef. I don't know about favorite season. I have favorite episodes. MasterChef, I might have a favorite season. I got to think about that. But I have favorite episodes of Hell's Kitchen. I don't know if I could nail them down to what season they were. I think we spoke about this last time. The Capri episode with the fat twins. That's a favorite out in California. Amy's Baking Company. Peter Pasta. Your blowjob out there and fucking out there in Long Island. That was a good one. You missed a question for Frank. All right, Billy Johnson had a question up there for Frank.
Sure. What's up, Fat Ball Tiny?
Let me see, Billy Johnson. Benny. I don't know. I'm missing the question.
I think it was the first one that
Benny the Tractor?
The very first two that were on when we came on.
No, we're gonna get back to that one. That wasn't from Billy Johnson. He says Benny the Tractor, and then he says Badalamenti. You ever meet him, Frank? Oh, there you go.
No. My mom was friends with his wife. My brothers played with his kids when they were younger, because the mom came from Castellamare del Golfo, and they also used to come to the beach, and they're about the same age. I'm a lot younger than my brothers, and therefore Badalamente's sons. But she used to come to visit her husband when he was in Farrington, and she would always come see my mom on Fresh Pond Road in Ridgewood.
Michael Matters, what's going on? He says he's eating a chicken roll with some marinara on the side. Thank you, buddy. I wish I had a chicken roll right now. Love the chicken roll. AFBI, my man, what's going on? How are you, sir? Ben Allmark. Everybody's piling in. Big Joe says he's got the Sunset Diner on Meeker.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah. Joe Steve's dad had a club at Meeker. It had a big American flag out there on Meeker Street. Yeah, me and another friend of mine one time, we were driving past and we seen a fucking van, and it had like a tripod, and it was taking a fucking camera thing, and we caught somebody. He said, "Watch out, they're taping you," and out of that van. Well, we were going to the city, you know.
Huh. Wow. So, yeah, so Diner, so no fights, nothing crazy, anything else you can remember going down?
Oh, yeah, there's many. Hey, what's up, Fish? I mean, we were coming from Bell Boulevard.
Bell Boulevard.
Ralph, me, Ralph, there was this kid, Bobby Wizak, and this kid, Artie. They were older than me, but it was me. I believe Joe Ferragamo was with us, too. I'm not sure. So we go to the freaking White Castles in Bell Boulevard.
Yep, Bell and Northern.
And I don't know. And this was I'll give Ralph credit. This is it wasn't very characteristic of him, but he just starts throwing shit around and fucking going crazy or whatnot. I don't know what the fuck was his problem that night. Trying to be funny though. And we get into the cars and we leave. When we leave, I don't know how it happened, but the cops came right in there and we sat. Somebody said somebody pulled a gun out, and it must have because at the White Castles because they were looking for a gun. And we sat in another booth. Artie, I think it was Bobby, and Joe sat in one. Ralph took off like always. And they go into the bathroom, the cops, they go, we're looking for something. You guys with Bell Boulevard? They go, yeah, we were Bell Boulevard. I said, I just came in now. Like always, I never admit to anything. Like, yeah, where have you been? So they walk in the bed and they pull out, look what I found, 2 fucking pieces. I'm like, what the? I didn't know about them. And they line them up. And they bring this woman all the way from White Castles all the way to Fresh Pond Road on Bell Boulevard.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, they have the lights on them. We took off. We said, fuck, I ain't staying up for this. They might recognize me, you know what I mean? And I didn't do nothing. I didn't pull out no gun. They must have did something stupid because she said maybe she seen a gun. I don't know. Anyhow, she wouldn't identify them, so they didn't arrest him.
Wow. That's the 111. That's the most action they saw all week that week.
Because yeah, they came down.
They got nothing going on in the 111. Sorry, not hating on you guys over there, but they don't call it the country club for no reason. Simon, what's going on? $10. Thank you, buddy. Simon, you're the man. Hey, I laughed throughout the last live. Thank you. Thanks for the chuckles. Your PBD is getting better. Thank you, Simon. That means so much. Appreciate it very much. Thank you. Gaslight Studios. Frank, was there any fallout in the Banana family when the Pizza Connection guys were released from jail, specifically Amato and Ligamara? Yeah, I asked you about this before, I think, right?
Was there fallout? No. Everybody fell in place.
So,
I couldn't blame Bali. Who the fuck does he trust?
So I heard a little rumor today. A little birdie told me this, what Carmine S. said. Drum Capella, Pizza said that Cesar Bonventuri taught him how to make pizza back when he was 9 years old.
Did he really?
That's what I heard. And I'm not judging. Maybe that's true. I'm not judging.
I don't know.
Maybe that's true.
I don't even know he knew how to make pizza. He was in a construction field for a second, but you know these guys when they come over from the other side, they do anything to work. So maybe he did make. I don't know, but I knew he was in construction when he first came over.
Yeah.
He wasn't recruited by Carmine Galante to come over there and run a family.
So Pizza was involved with Cesare Tony Pap. He was the bodyguard for Angel Gotti. His cousin was the biggest drug dealer in Canada. Listen, like they say, big if true.
Yeah.
Big if true. What's up, Corruption Connection? How you doing?
What's up, Corruption? I gotta call you. I never heard from those guys, but it's okay. It's okay. I'll give you a call.
JT Manis says Patsy Grimaldi passed away the other day.
From the pizza place. I'm guessing.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, Carlos. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Pizza said when he was 9 years old. All right, so when he was 9 years old. That's cool. That's
Could be
true. Could be true. Proletarian Assassin, what's going on? Staying up late to hang out. Good evening, people. Are the rural families outside of Palermo, like Corleone, still as powerful, or is Palermo calling all of the shots?
I don't know. But for a second, I didn't know that the ones outside of Palermo for a second, and I'm talking about the Trapanese ones, not the Corleone ones, because they took a pretty good hit, was starting to regroup and getting a little bit more recognized than before. But not no more. It's starting to go back to where it. In fact, they had 180 people that were picked up at Palermo. So
yeah, we just saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, so the power's always been in Palermo for a long time. It stopped for a while. You got to remember all those little neighborhoods around the city. They're powerful people involved within those places. I don't like to talk about Sicilians that much. More reasons than one. One, because they're my own people. I don't want to be the one giving them problems, But with that said, though, I don't know enough to speak of them, so I'll leave that to like I said, to the professionals, the Bernsteins of the world.
Speaking of Bernstein, we have a question. Gaslight Studios rebooted. Do you place any stock in the idea that Bruno Indelicato is currently the consigliere, or do you think that Scott Bernstein is full of shit on that one?
I might give him a little bit of kudos on that one, Bernstein. I'm saying because, I mean, Bruno could be the fucking boss if he wants. Well, he's got a lot of pedigree. He's got a lot of history. He's got a lot. He's done time. He's well liked.
Right.
Council, yeah, absolutely.
Vinny Boombots, what's going on, buddy? Happy to see you.
Mr. V, Dr. V Boombots.
William Brooklyn 3.0. Mob War now. Who wins, Italian or Albanian?
Albo. You mean Alpo?
I think he means Albanians, right?
I know what he means. Yeah, well, on the streets. Albanians are the real deal. I mean, as far as like it's not like that. That's some stuff from Mob. You'll get on Xbox. Those fake wars or whatever. But to be fair, Albanians are probably the real deal when it comes to Eastern Europeans here in the United States and Europe too. They're more rural. They're more hungry, and they can be vicious as well, especially the ones in Yugoslavia as well.
Yeah, I think there's also what's going on now is Brighton Beach is kind of like you're getting like, well, you always had like that Russian whatever going on, but from what I hear, you're getting like some of that like them Caucasus Mountain fucking bear wrestling motherfuckers, like those Georgian guys and places like that. I think they're setting up some illicit activities over in Brighton Beach, or at least maybe they have been for a while. Those mountainous Russian individuals. Hey, Chris Archula.
The mountainous ones, I don't even consider
Dagestan. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. That's kind of what I heard. I don't know how true it is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm around there every once in a while. Vinny Boombots, thank you so much for the donation. Frank, take your time, but Fantasy World, you're a boss. Which bananas today? Who do you choose, past or present, to be your hierarchy?
Ooh. Of course, I'm biased towards Vito Grimaldi. He'd always be a consigliere,
Yeah.
Because he had that mind for it. He was good for it. You want a little guy with balls and a guy with a lot of as your underboss, a little bit of both, kind of like, right. but.
Well, I guess he means like what era are you taking? Like if you were a boss, I guess now.
No, he says anybody. I could put anybody, pick and choose anywhere. My boss would always be Carmine Galante, but just because even though he was out there, but people took him serious. You want a boss people take serious, and then
you're the boss. He's saying you're the boss.
Yeah, I know who would I want underneath me, not him. He'd kill me.
Well,
I don't know. Vito would definitely be my guy, and then I don't know, a friend of mine that I don't want to mention, but he'd probably be my second. Yeah. Or vice versa. Vito would be a good boss, to be honest with you.
Okay, so you're taking guys from like the 80s and 90s, I guess.
Yeah. Well, people I know. I mean, I can't really. I don't know Carmine, but I can only speak to people I knew. I know I'm missing people, and then I'll be like, oh wow, like Joe Camerano seems like he'd be a good boss.
Joe C, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Warren Hunter, best show right now. You guys are doing a super job. Thank you, Warren Hunter. That means a lot, man. Appreciate you.
Dr. Vinny's like laughing. He goes, I'm sorry.
What would the banana family look like if Cesar Bonventre, who would I pick?
Yeah. No, I'm saying who would Dr. Vinny Boombach pick?
Yeah, who would you pick, Vinny Boombach?
Yeah, who would you pick?
Me?
No, Dr. Vinny Boombach.
Oh, all right.
No,
what if Cesar never died? What do you think his standing would be?
Pastor Bradley.
Who?
Pastor Bradley would be my godfather.
Wallachaya.
Pastor Bradley, it is.
I think you're talking about now. Vito, yeah, Vito has boss qualities for sure. Vito, who's in jail right now, he has those qualities for sure in any family.
William Brooklyn says he appreciates our chat. Thank you, William Brooklyn. Yeah, I think we have a great chat going over here every week. Everybody's great. Everyone's awesome. Matt, Chris Archler, people like that new Roro's underboss. Yeah, for sure, Roro, for sure.
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
Pastor Bradley is my godfather. Yeah, that's a part of the show now, guy. We got the Pastor Bradley drop.
You're the padrino.
We're gonna drop that in. Padrino. All right, guys. Once again, after this at 9 p.m. on NYC Crime Spot, come over there, hang out. We're getting a live premiere over there tonight. Check it out. What if Sal Montana never got deported?
I don't know. I just seem no. I don't know. Probably would have been okay.
Know of anyone who was living on Knickerbocker Avenue and out on the street on the day of the big hit? If so, what were their reactions to the violence? Again, for research purposes.
No, they took it as like, when something big happens in your neighborhood where nothing really happens, you don't see that many news cameras and everything. They took it as like that. But
well, you knew that guy, the Catania guy or whatever. You knew some of those guys.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. My uncle. I don't see if my uncle's all right. He's being carried in a body bag. All right.
Now, who was that guy? He was a bakery guy or something.
No. He's not. That's another Catania. He is. He ran a coffee shop on Cypress and Menahan. And he was always around the coffee shops. He had a pizza place too at one time. I knew his kid. I liked his kid a lot. His wife, really nice lady, and yeah, that's how I knew him. I knew him a long time. Frank Catania, we called him. It wasn't his real last name, but that was his nickname.
Okay. Any big shots hanging around there after the hit, or they just kind of ran away, or didn't want to be at the scene, like you said?
When in Joe and Mary's,
like around Knickerbocker, I guess that's what he's asking.
Oh, were they hanging out after the hit?
Any made guys?
What happened after they hit? I moved to Ridgewood. I moved to Ridgewood actually in June. I was 9 years old, and then my brothers were there all the time because their friends were there. Their adolescent years were spent there. Not like me. I was making new friends at Ridgewood, so I go back with my older brother. He's given a coffee shop to run, and then he buys off a guy that ends up going away on the Pizza Connection case. And you would think it was my uncle, but it wasn't. It was somebody that we know, but we'll get to that too. So he goes in there, he takes over the place, and during that time, 83, I start going there, like, come over here, help me out, this and that, kick me in the ass, give me some money to work. And that's when I start coming in 83. So right after the Galante hit, I wasn't there. I was there 4 years later, from 83 to the time I get arrested, 2002.
Okay. And then your brother's was what, 274 Knickerbocker
Avenue, yeah. It was Conquistador, and then became Super Sport. They fixed it up a little, and then my other brother becomes a partner with my older brother. Because if my brother's not a partner with him, he ends up gambling the place away. He had the same kind of money problems I did.
Yeah. Well, that's right. I mean, Joe Mary's, I believe, is 205 Knickerbocker. So it's like, yeah, it's right up the block.
It's 2 blocks. I mean, I can still vision all the stores I passed by to go to there,
What's up? John Sidlitsky. Frank, do you know of Hootie?
No.
Or as Dom Sicali says,
I didn't know him. He's younger than me too, though.
Okay. Yeah, he is.
He's younger than me too.
Barzalette, what's going on, man? He says, "Can you play the Sammy
dancing
play
video?
The Sammy?" I don't know.
This will be a Starbucks one.
I don't know. Do I have it?
Where's Latrell?
Dance floor.
Where's Latrell?
Dance floor. We got all the hits over here.
You know what I just caught? I swear, other than him looking at the girl's ass, he pulls a 1977 dance move. The John Travolta. He goes like this. You see him do that?
Oh, I gotta watch it again.
Look, watch.
It's the hands where he's like,
he goes like this. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
Oh, so he does one of these. A little Saturday Night Fever. All right, let's look at that again, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, look really closely. Does Sammy do a John Travolta?
Where's Latrell?
Dance floor.
Where's Latrell?
Dance floor. Yeah, he's doing a little finger raise. He's doing a finger raise. He's doing a little.
He thought he was back at the plaza.
Yeah, the Plaza Sweet Bow.
Sweet Bow.
Dr. Vinny,
yeah, Gaslight was talking about people actually in the area after the hit.
What do you mean?
Like, did you know of any guys that were actually in the area, like at the scene, like whatever?
Well, I thought he meant like people out looking out their windows and seeing that. No. And if they were, they weren't going to say anything. You know, that time, you know, the mob was still what it was. Even if you see something, you know, look, when they killed the Licata brothers, there was about 40 people there. You know, and we talked about it. Raul's dad was one of them. Nobody said a damn thing.
Yeah.
Granted, they were covered, whatever, but still.
See the technology we use here, guys? Frank says Licata Brothers. What do we got? We got the crime scene. I mean, this is not a joke program that we're running.
You are one of the better content creators that come. You know, it's like I was talking about this with somebody. It's like the NFL. You know, at one time, the players never used to. It used to be people who went to broadcasting, and they used to broadcast sports. Howard Cosell's probably the best ever at that. And a lot of sports guys used to get perturbed because they're like, well, how can you talk about something you never win? You know what I mean? But they had vision, you know how things work. And I think that's the same. Not many people can do. I'm not saying because I'm privileged to have you as my co-host, but at the same time, not a lot of people could do what you do. And you do have a little bit, we've talked, you have a little bit of malice in you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
no, I appreciate it. I mean, I try my best. I mean,
I want to throw fucking like I'm the best at what I do and this and that. Now you're not. You're pretty good, but you're not the best. And not only that, you never spent the day in the fucking street.
Well, yeah, that's always going to be an issue. And talking about sports is a really good example because you know every year you'll get like a sportscaster say something, and then a former professional athlete will be like, "Oh, he don't even know what it's like." And I guess that's right. I guess I can't argue with that. But at the same time, I think the ecosystem has to be a mix of both for it to be a certain way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, like Skip Baylesses of the world, or Dick Schatz, or the guy with the big ears, the Siciliano guy. You ever seen him?
I'm not sure.
Oh, he's huge. He looks goddamn. But yeah. So the ex-mob guys, they bring more to the table than most of these content creators. Not all, because a lot of them end up fucking telling fucking stories, and sometimes we need content creators out there to call them out. So like,
for sure. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that sounds a little fucking unbelievable or whatever, you know, but it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah. And listen, and with this show, you know, the pre-records, what we put out, that's all very serious. With the live streams, you know, I want to make it fun for people. And I think it's pretty fun. I want to, you know, add these little clips, these funny things, but also talk about serious shit as well. And Vinny Boom Bots hit us with another one, $10. Frank, no disrespect, but in your time in the life, did you feel like a spoke on a wheel?
What's a spoke on a wheel feel like?
I guess, just another chink in the armor.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I always felt that way.
Yeah.
I didn't take anything people would love to have somebody call them to their side and talk to them. They're like, oh, wow. I remember I would have these fucking liquor dicks. They were fucking watching. And what I mean by that, I mean kiss asses. If somebody calls me to come talk to me, they're all like this. They want to know because they want to be that guy. Right. I never thought of it that way, but there was a lot of fucking like that movie Wise Guys with Piscopo and DeVito.
Uh-huh.
We'll stop my car.
That one.
Oh, that was a good fucking movie.
I don't know if I saw that one. Piscopo's funny though.
Yeah. Hey, look, we got Rob Jean here. What do you got for Rob Jean?
Who's here?
Rob Jean.
Rob Jean, what's going on, buddy? Good to see you, Rob Jean. I hope you're doing well.
What's up, fellas? You hear me or not? What's going on, cuz? What's up, fellas? You hear me or not? What's going on, cuz?
What's going on, cuz? What's going on, cuz? We're taking care of everybody. I'm behind in the comments. Nothing wrong with being book smart. We all need a little of both, street and book smarts. Yeah. I mean, some people. I mean, it also depends. It also depends where you grow up. Sometimes, how much can you? What?
He says your day's pissed. You don't like it. Rob Jean.
Oh, what'd he say? What'd he say?
He said you're dead.
You're a part of the show now, buddy. Come on.
Oh, he is a part of the show.
You're really a part of the show. All right.
What we got?
Nothing much. I'm looking at the comments, trying to get back. Were the Licatas involved in the life?
To a certain degree, yeah, for sure.
Justin Jensen. Trying to look at that piece you got on your thing over there. Proletarian Assassin. Frank, was it common for members from Sicily to travel to New York for vacations or visiting family in your days? Did you meet any?
Yeah. It was common. As long as they weren't on, what do you call that? They were looking at them. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Because over there, the conspiracy law is a lot tougher than here. Believe it or not, you would think, right? But they are.
They are tougher over there.
Yeah, I've had relatives that could never come here.
Really?
There was some that did.
Interesting. Yeah, you said that last time. Joe Licata lived in Whitestone, huh? I think he lived in Malibu, right?
No, that's what the article said. But yeah, I knew he did. Yeah, I knew he did. But the article said it. I think was it me? Yeah, his family lived out there.
Frank, do you have any run-ins or any stories about Preston Geritano? Here's a fun one for you. Before I came in here, I watched the news latest, and Gene Borrello has more or less called out John Gotti Jr. Yeah, what the fuck is that about? He's calling out John the Third, huh?
In what sense? He wants to go in a ring with him?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Well, the thing I missed, and maybe clear it up, Ben Allmark. He mentioned before that that he's having some sort of fight, and after that fight, then I'm gonna challenge Gotti the Third. I'd like to know what that first fight is before we get to Gotti the Third. If you have any insight on that, Ben Allmark.
I mean, it's not the streets. The kid's a fighter. That's what he does every day. He trains every day. I wouldn't get in the ring with him.
Which Borgata would you say was the least active in Queens? I have an opinion on that. But
in all of Queens?
In Queens, least active.
I would say the Lucchese.
That's what I was going to say. Yeah. Least active, but a lot of them fucking lived in Queens.
They did.
And Long Island.
Long Island, yeah.
Matt says Sally Nadeau and Joya broke up after. Yeah, they did, huh? They did. Jeff put out a thing. I was looking forward to.
Me too.
You and Joya come on because like I said before, not only sound like a broken record, but I have a lot of interest in 80s, 90s Lucchese stuff. So I was hoping that maybe he'll still come out on his own thing. I mean, I don't fucking know, but I don't know. I guess Jeff explained it.
Yeah. Yeah. He basically says he thought it was a good idea for about 15 minutes, and then he just decided it was in his thing. Hey, look, man, to each his own. If that's what works for him or whatever, you know.
Yeah, listen. I don't, like I said, maybe he'll come on another platform, or he'll pop up on fucking Vlad TV one of these days. Who the hell knows? He's definitely a prime target for a show like that, or any of these shows. Or maybe PBD will have him on.
Yeah.
Maybe Michael Francis will have him on.
Oh yeah.
You guys think Michael Francis will have Frankie Gioia on? Gaspard was crazy.
I don't know. I'd probably see him more on Sammy than I would see him on Francis. I would probably
Sammy,
see him
huh?
Yeah, before I would see him Francis for about a week.
Sammy.
There's certain people who don't work good with other people.
Yeah, that actually would be interesting because Sammy, of course, knew Vic and Gas. So that actually might be an interesting conversation. Of course, the rat lovers wouldn't like it, but I would be interested in watching something like that. Gaslight Studios rebooted. Mafia association is punishable by jail time merely for association, not for any actions, activities considered criminal under American law. Oh, there you go. Frank says, what was Barney's rep in the street? How did he get to the top of the West Side being so young?
He was solid, very solid, very solid. I'll tell you what, in the early 90s, he was just, if not as powerful in the early 90s as Joe Messino.
And he got made in like the late 70s, right?
He was young. He was
really young.
From Corleone himself.
Yeah. Sounded like he was still going to be doing a show. Duck said, all right, well,
wherever he goes to me, he goes, hey, you're Sicilian? I said, yeah. He goes, you don't look Sicilian. Where you from? Then he starts talking to me in Sicilian. And then he told me where he was from. And
Barney?
Yeah.
Oh, this is the conversation you had with him?
Yeah.
Where was this?
In jail.
Really? What year? 2002?
2002, 2001, 2002. No, 2002, 2003.
Okay.
Yeah. He talked. He was friendly with people. He wasn't like Alley Boy. And then he was friends with Baldo too. And then Baldo had told him that I was also from his town. So that's what he approached me.
Interesting. Did he have he didn't have an accent though? He doesn't have like
no. He speaks like a real
New York,
like American, like Italian American.
Okay. Interesting.
Hey Frank, but very subtle, not tough voice.
Very interesting.
Very was into the legal stuff a lot. Always had big legal folders with him. Was looking to get out of jail. You know, his kid used to come see him. I think she was like a paralegal at the time, and then became a lawyer. You could tell, family man, well spoken, very polite, one of the nice guys I met.
That's interesting. Was Joya in Wits? I think Joya cooperated in like 1994 or something like that. Joey.
I didn't know him.
I mean, I know he got in trouble after that, but.
So we're almost at 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah, we're almost at 2,000 subs, ladies and gentlemen. This month marks in a few days. It'll be our 4 months on YouTube. Thanks to everybody for making it what it is. We appreciate you. Carmine S., you make everyone's head spin. You're related to so many families involved in the life. That's half of Sicily.
You know, I didn't have a problem people coming up to me and talking to me because of my family, not because of me. You know, maybe if my family wasn't who they were, they probably wouldn't have, you know. But I had no problem with that on the streets. And I didn't think nothing of it because I didn't use it as a leverage with anybody. People tell you in the street that what you see is what you get.
Pat Dorr, he says, were the moms of guys in the life supportive of their way of life?
Very few. They very few.
Oh, is that right? His father was a soldier under Fat Tony. He got made in 1977. Wow. This is an interesting question, DeGosta, because there's like three guys who who I've heard say that like they know the story personally. It happened here, it happened there. Was the bikers getting beat up? Now you can't leave scene Bronx Tale based on somebody real.
I don't know. I've heard that before, but I don't know. I don't know. I was friends with a lot of bikers in New York. One of my buddies, my ex buddies out there, we were talking about the other day. We didn't say where he was. Was a big guy in one of the more popular biker groups, and we used to do things together. Put it that way.
Interesting.
He's the guy who gave his brother-in-law the 150.
Gaslight Studios. How violent did you ever personally see Amato act? Same question for Bonventre Messino.
Wow. I didn't. I'm trying to put it together where I see them. No. One guy didn't want to pay his bill one time. He told me go fucking take care of him. And they told the guy to leave before I had to do it. I didn't want to do it because he was a regular customer. No, I've never seen none of them get violent.
Joey was ripping off property matters.
If they were violent at one time in their lives, that I'm pretty sure they were. Okay, let's not get that fucked up. By the time I got old enough and they were all at their age, they didn't need to be. They make one signal. They had 10, 15 guys do whatever the fuck they had to do.
You ever meet Tough Tony over there at Parkside?
Huh?
You ever meet Tough Tony over there at Parkside?
No. He's out in Corona. No, believe it or not, it's ways away. I know.
Yeah, no, it's way away. Yeah. That's closer to my side of town.
Somebody said, was he the West Side? Was he the strongest West guy in Queens? No. The guy in my neighborhood I thought was really, really the guy we're gonna. What's his name? The one with the cop thing. Juvenelli.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Fritzy Juvenelli. Yeah.
He had a lot of pull.
Which we'll talk about one day. 1986 that happened? 86?
I think it's 87.
87? Okay.
Mm-hmm. I'm not sure, but I think so.
Chris S. Point 2. There's a bit of animosity between the Angels and the Pagans. They're known for popping caps at each other. Yeah, that's what I heard. He interacts with the ladies. Gabino guys got their homes raided at the same time the Sicilians on the other side. Yeah, I don't know if there's a connection, but it's interesting, right? That guy Fama. Did you know Fama?
No. I knew Fam. I knew people that were in the same trade, that were in the Gambino side of the Sicilian Gyps, that knew them. The one cousin's the one who got in trouble in the Benson.
Right. Yeah, I was just going to ask you. That's Joe Fama. That's his cousin with the what is that? The Hawkins case.
I'm pretty sure they're from Calabria. They're Calabrese. The family back in the day got in trouble with the drug or the pizza connection days.
Yeah, that's true. Correct. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's a cousin.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Vinny Boom Boss with a 10. Thank you, man. That Bronx Tale scene played out the opposite of at Cousins recently. All I'm going to say, MCs here in the U.S. are the ones to fear. Yeah, some of them are. They don't fuck around, man.
No, they're on a different. They're wired differently. They're on a different level. Just like those AB groups that out in the Northwest, different from the ones like in the Southwest. You know, the ones with the Confederate flags. You see the ones they are doctrines and manifestos.
Yeah.
Like the Panhandle of Idaho. Yeah, if you ever been around that way, Coeur d'Alene, it's a different world.
The Pig Kahuna, TBK. Was there any talk? We didn't get to talk about this one day. We wanted to. Joe Bonanno's kidnapping being a setup. Do you think it was real?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Bullshit, huh?
What's Wish say?
This is a good one. Being from Queens. 50 Cent. Did you ever hear about his stuff before he blew up?
No, and I didn't know much about the African American groups out in Bed-Stuy or even in Jamaica, Queens, South Jamaica, whatever.
Yeah.
Only what I used to read in the papers, and only what I found out later on in these shows, or being in jail.
Yeah. He got shot in 2000. That's when he got shot.
Mm-hmm.
May 24th, 2000. David Lopez, what's going on? Do you know Froggy Galleon?
No.
You see right there? See that guy sitting right there?
Ribbit.
Pat Dory. Oh, he said he was getting a haircut when Fama stabbed Hawkins. Blood all over the place. Is that right?
He didn't stab him. He shot him.
Did he shoot him?
Yeah, he shot him.
Sharpton got stabbed. That's what happened. Frank, do you ever hear of Amato having any beefs with any other street guys?
Who, Bolo?
Yes.
No, not really. But out of the three, who was mentioned there? Mastino, him, and somebody else. He was the more chippy out of the rest. I told you, when he came out of jail in '89, it was different from when I remember. Maybe because I was younger, but he was more aggravated. He would get aggravated very easily, annoyed. He had a way about not looking at people, just fucking so he could avoid them. It was weird.
Joey from Brooklyn. You guys remember the Ridgewood Grove Arena on Palmetto and Grove?
No.
He says his cousin Frankie and Aunt Nancy ran that place.
Really?
Good times.
I seen Andre the Giant there. I seen the ceiling was so low that we all wait for Snooker to come.
Yeah.
And he couldn't even do his fucking jump because it was a low ceiling, So he had to jump from like the second turnbuckle. We got fucking ripped off, but it was great. I got to see the Samoans. That was big for me back in the day. Ridgewood Grove was great. All my friends from Ridgewood, like who I used to talk about. We used to go there all the time. We Paul, my friend Nat, we used to go.
Big Joe's gonna come on the show. Ladies and gentlemen, if you want, before Joe comes on, I got your number, Joe. You guys can go to the YouTube channel. I'm not trying to put you on the spot, Joe. Go on the YouTube channel. Let me see if I can find the link.
Bro says I'm gonna be drunk soon. Where at? Salud.
Let me see. Oh, I got it right here. So, guys, I'm gonna share a link here in the chat. Joe on the massively successful interview program on YouTube. Mark Lada's Soft White Underbelly. I just put the link in the chat. So that link right there. That is to the interview with Joe, who's in the chat right now. I know a lot of you know what Soft White Underbelly is. He's going to come on soon to talk about a lot of stuff, wrestling, bouncing, of course, the neighborhoods that he grew around, and Frank not far from there. So, guys, please check that out. It would be cool if you guys can do that before Joe comes on. New theory with Tom Basta LaVecchia. Why didn't Vinny Ocean do anything when he was robbed in Queens? Is that a strip club thing or something?
Why didn't he do anything? I don't know. I mean, I don't. I didn't even know he got robbed. So, but I know that he got into it with Joe Kane somehow, and Joe Kane raised his hands on him, and nothing happened out of that either. So, that was news out there. I don't know. Maybe they weren't taking as serious as people thought they were. Anthony Capo gets it into it with Remy Sierra, who was around Frankie Frappiano, and he stabs him in the eye. Even my point is the guy was a captain. Even Remy contested him that he had to go to that measure. How many captains you see stabbing people in the eye at that point? That's the stuff you do when you're younger, an associate, maybe just got made. They tell you to stay away from that kind of heat. So I don't know how serious the Cavacan, I sound like Lee Cole, that Jersey family was. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Vinny Boombots. Again, this guy's fucking sawbucking me to death. Vinny Boombots, another 10. Frankie, I know it's a Jersey thing normally, but what do you say? Pork roll or Taylor ham?
Taylor ham.
Taylor ham, yeah. Levesque says Sharpton tells the story about getting stabbed on his podcast interview. He was on Tom's podcast. Crazy story.
I thought I'd seen every Tom interview. I'm surprised.
Oh, you lived across the street from PS205 in Bensonhurst. I told my wife something fucked up is going to happen. We were on the belt going to the Hamptons from the newspaper. Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. 205 over there, huh? Interesting.
Yeah, the temperature was really, really hot in Bensonhurst back in those days.
Did the Sicilians from the Bananos like the Sicilians from the Gambino family since they were both from Palermo?
Most of them, I could say that most, but there was always one that imitated the other. We had a couple on our side, they had a couple on their side that were, and it was usually the ones that are associates. They weren't even the maid guys. The maid guys, like on the Gambino, the ones that were friendly with me, they were great. I loved them. I loved them a lot. Maybe it's just as much, if not more, than the Banana ones.
After George from Canada gets murdered, what's up with the Rizzutos after that?
And this is what I hear. I hear that they kind of like don't they don't have them kind of rapport that they had before he was alive. And that kind of like Giorgio was the guy who had that rapport going. So things were starting to slow down.
Okay.
Between Canada and New York.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll get to more questions in a second now. Let's see. You'll probably like our upload coming out on Wednesday, Tom. Sicily, 1985. Frank's going to tell stories about his trip to Sicily around that time and a bunch of other stories. Let's take a quick intermission.
Wallachaya.
All right, intermission's over. We had a word from Pastor Bradley. I hope you guys appreciated that one. Frank took the intermission seriously. He's gone. He's gone. He's done. We'll get to Tom's question. Frank, you ever meet anyone from Ribera, Sicily, home of the Cavalcantis?
Yeah, of course. That's an Argento near Shaka. Yeah. If it's from the Northwest or even Argento and Trapani or even Palermo, I know at least a couple people from every town.
155 in the live stream. Thanks for hanging out. Please hit that like button. Get us in the algorithm, dudes. Domenico Santa Croce. Is there stories as to how Sammy got his nickname? The story, Sam says, but as Napolitan Autore is how you say the bull, and his name is Salvatore, so could that be it? Yeah, because something else came out recently. Oh, he lived in Bull's Head or some shit. Or
yeah, that was Bull's Head, Staten Island. The other one is the one I read in the book, Underboss, where as a kid they tried to rob his bike. I heard that as well. And I don't know. Chris Capello, what's up, my man? Thank you so much for everything, my friend.
Chris Capello, what's going on, man? Good to see you, buddy. I don't know how he got. Do you know how he got that name? For real? I mean, I always just believed that he got it how he got it. I don't know.
According to him, when he's, telling his story to Peter Moss, who wrote the book, he was a kid there were two kids who were about to rob his bike near a social club, and they ended up taking the bike, but he fought like a bull, and they got it back for him. The guys, but they said, "Hey man, you were like a bull, kid. You didn't want to give that bike up," and that's how he got the name.
Yeah, I don't know. That sounds like Sammy
Stop the baloney, huh? Who the hell knew you either?
And then stop the baloney. Who the fuck in the mob says stop the baloney? What kind of statement is that?
Oh, now you want to act like a clown? What do you mean? Or stop the baloney?
I'm gonna act like a clown. Stop the fucking baloney. No, I heard it from people who graduated from Harvard. Stop the baloney. I never heard that on the street. No,
I graduated from
Sammy,
Harvard.
Michael.
Yeah, where the fuck you graduated? I don't know.
I don't know. Sammy, stop the baloney, dude. I don't know if that's a true story, bro. Creative creep in the house. What's going on? How are you doing?
You know what it is with him, though, and you got to give him. Listen, he was who he was. He was a tough guy. He's got 19 fucking bodies. I know people don't like him and all, and he does come. And I'll be the first one to tell you, he could be fucking annoying as hell. But let me tell you, I mean, what can you say? You know what I mean? I could get 5, 6 guys just like me, 7 guys like me, and he has way better story. I mean, more to give in content than we do. You know, I mean, look where he was at.
Yeah. No, he's just good. He's fun to laugh at. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
I don't be like somebody out here just because they don't give him fucking. He doesn't get an interview from them. All of a sudden, he's a scumbag. That's all he was, or you know. If you like that kind of stuff, you know,
feel free to subscribe if you like that sort of thing. Vinny Boom Potts, another 10. Franco, to your knowledge, why didn't the Bananas ever gun for the ports when the other families were being decimated?
I don't know. And that's a good question because it wasn't like Joe Messino was the type that was happy with what he got and just went on his way. He looked like if he could get somewhere. His thing was he thought this way, that whatever was going on and why the families were just killing each other, and it was because of the violent side of it. Let me do something different by starting to put more money people in here, and maybe they'll leave us alone. You know, they won't bother us. We won't do the violent shit and everything. And but little did he know is because he was on the list. They had to get back to him with whatever was going on. But I don't know. That's a good question.
Pat Dorr says that's the real story. My aunt dated him in the late 60s. All right.
Who's that?
We got Pat Dorr said his aunt dated him in the 60s.
Oh, who
Sammy.
Okay, yeah. They're from the neighborhood, right?
Yeah. I guess your aunt was no stranger.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I'm just kidding, Pat. I'm just kidding.
Okay, I'm not even gonna go there. Why would you say something like that?
Pat, we love you.
Man.
I think Pat's a good sport. That's why. Okay, we got some other people coming in here. 164 people. Let's see. Easty Kid, what's up, buddy? Did Frank know anybody from the Sicilian group Stida, or did he know about
Stida? Sicilian for a star. No, they're from the southern. They're from this city called Gela, Gela. I did not know them.
Okay. Do you guys have a best picture pick? Well, what you talking about for this year? If it's this year, I don't know what's going on.
Best picture, like movie for the year?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure.
You know what I want to go see is that I don't want to go off topic. I want to go see that Bob Dylan film.
Okay, yeah. I know. I've heard the Timothy Chalamet one, right?
I heard it's very good. And to me, Bob Dylan was like liver. As a kid, I hated it.
Right.
But it kind of grew on me as I got older. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I had a phase. I had a bit of a Dylan phase, but it's nothing that I go back to be honest with you. I don't revisit it.
No. I mean, he has a horrible voice.
Yeah. Benny Geritano
has a good voice.
I
don't know. I said that before. I don't know him.
You don't know him? Okay.
No. He's the guy that get in trouble over at the Carroll Gardens over there.
Yeah, this is true. New theory with Tom Leckie. His first cousin married Sammy's niece. Is that right? We love you, Pat.
I heard Tom say that.
Sammy's book was interesting. Yeah, Frank's a big fan of Sammy's book.
That was a good book. If you want to get into the book category, that was a real good one. Yeah.
What are we doing? David Lopez coming through with the new avatar. I see you. Creative Creep says no. I guess she's talking about
him licking that fucking cup.
Question for Brett. From your research, did the DeMeo crew really kill 250 people? No, I don't think they killed 250 people. No. I don't think so. Well, I know from like firsthand account, I guess, from Pete, from what he knows from that trial. I know that the FBI, along with the NYPD, it's like a joint thing, whatever. I know that they tried to come out with the judge like 150 murders, 250 murders, and Kevin Duffy was like, "Come on, guys, you know, what do you want me to fucking be here for 75 fucking years trying this case?"
Yeah.
And according to Pete, is something was like, "Listen, you pick the ones you got the best on." He says, "We find them guilty, I'll treat them like they killed 200. Don't worry about it." Basically,
Skinhead asked a good question.
Who's that? Rob Jean says Benny has an issue. Sorry. Benny has an
Issues.
issue.
That's what you mean. Yeah,
Sorry.
I think I heard the same thing. You know, it is what it is.
Was it? Oh, okay.
I don't know. I've never met him.
What's up, fellas? You hear me or not? What's going on, cuz?
Thank you, Rob Jean, for checking in, buddy. Appreciate you.
Skinhead said, but
No, go ahead.
No, what's the skinhead say? Frank,
no, it's sick in the head.
Sick in the head. Zach can't fucking see even with glasses.
Are the inmates saying made in prison considered?
I knew you would like that. You have pictures to prove it.
Yes, I gotta get those pictures. Yeah, Brett, how was involved was Montiglio with the miracle? Oh, he's involved, like he said. I mean, his uncle was Anthony Gaggi. If his uncle was out of town, let's say he was in Florida, you know, he would have Dom pick up money for him, do this and that. But as far as he was really close with Henry Borelli, and they had their own little fucking robbery, whatever the fuck they were doing on the side to make money. I know of one homicide he's involved with them. It's the Vincent Governara homicide. I don't know of any other ones, but was he involved with them? Yeah. I mean, is he a member of that crew? I don't know. I wouldn't say he's a DeMeo crew member or something. OG Ruby Almighty. Hey, what's up? OG Ruby, the great OG Ruby Almighty. Good to see you. Frank, any FBI surveillance stories? There is a good picture of you walking down the street there with
I don't know. I mean, when they send me, I just don't know access to them. But when I got my Discovery, there was tons of it. What do I remember? Is it me or just stories in particular? Every picture that was taken of me, I've never noticed. You know, you get a couple of my uncle, he's on them. You could tell he's looking at the camera. Not me. I'm eating a slice of pizza talking to Paul by Gates and Fresh one-on-one. And my brother's kumbaya, Jesse James, is there as well. And then there's another one they got of me at my uncle's funeral. There was a couple of them, but
interesting, cool.
Yeah, I don't know how to get to them. And then this one, I didn't know that even existed.
RD357, the man, the myth, the legend. RD357. Thanks for stopping by, buddy. Was Montiglio? No, the original Raimondi? No. Montiglio was a legitimate Vietnam vet. Some asshole wrote a fucking false valor book years back and put Montiglio in there, tried to embarrass him. Montiglio was a real Vietnam veteran. His buddies have vouched. We have pictures of Montiglio holding a fucking Vietnamese guy's head in the fucking jungle. I mean, we got
really.
We got this plenty of pictures of Montiglio in the war. His veteran friends came out in the documentary and spoke for him. I even have news archive articles talking about Dominic Montiglio from Levittown coming home or whatever from the war or whatever. No, he saw a lot of shit. And then he got out and saw even more shit. Sadly. But no, he's not a Raimondi. He's not a Raimondi. He's legit.
No, I never got that from him.
No, but there was the thing. People were saying he was like a false valor guy. Some fucking moron wrote a book about false valor and put him in there because he had no knowledge. You know, he was in witness protection. You know, this is not accessible anyway. When he was out, my friend, you know, Ross Brodar, who did the documentary about him, he would take him to the VF, the hospitals and everything. He was legit as can be.
Was he ever being proposed at one time, even considered?
I don't think so. No, I don't think.
Yeah,
so.
Was he too much of a drinker or a drug user? Maybe his uncle didn't want to.
I think he did have a drug problem at some point, but I think his uncle probably just didn't. I don't know what his uncle wanted with him.
And sometimes you have family members that don't want you there because they're just they're jealous. You know, they just don't want you to be that person. You know what I mean? It's happened to people I know. Yeah. It happened to Cantarella. Al Walker's his uncle, and he kept him underneath the table for so long. And Cantarella, to his defense, was Al Walker Embriato was making money. He was earning and everything, and by chance he gets to meet Messino and goes, "What the fuck? Why is this kid not proposed yet?" Oh well, you know, and that, and he's the one who stepped in and said, "Make this kid. He's over there by the papers, the Post. He's into the garages. He's doing what he's doing." I mean, and you get that with there's a lot. As much as nepotism there is, there's also anti-nepotism. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think Dom had problems, and
I got a brother of mine, the one I'm not crazy about. He got stepped over by my cousins.
Is that right? The Navarros?
Yeah, because my uncle had that feeling that You know, one day he's just gonna probably steamroll his kids, you know. And that's not the case at all, because they have a good rapport, or they had a good rapport, because I haven't seen them in years. And it was never that. It was just the way he thought, the way he did things, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's who he was.
And his kids, he made his kids pretty young. Huh.
The worst thing he ever did. Yeah, he made him young.
Was Dom? You know, I forget if Dom was a green. I don't know. I'm not sure. I trust Vinny. Vinny actually owns some Dominic original artwork, I believe. So if Vinny says he was, then he was. I forgot exactly what the. I got to see that pic of Dom holding the head. Yeah. There's a dead Vietnamese guy there, and he's behind him holding this head up like this, a fucking dead body. You might find that in the Lynchpin documentary, or maybe on the website, but it's there for sure. It is there. Question for Frank coming from David Price. Do you know the backstory how the FBI squeezed Michael Cookie D'Urso for murder conspiracy with Vito Gizzo to coerce him into turning and wearing a wire for 3 years against Genevieve's family?
Yeah, he had a murder rap, the John Borelli rap, and he had that over his head. And he didn't want to go to jail for so long. He you know, then he uses a story about him being bitter because after he got shot, being that he was a guy that, you know, he was making money out there for the Genevieve family. He got bitter that they didn't want to do anything to avenge his assassination. I mean, his attempt to kill him. So he was pretty pissed away. So he says that had a lot to do with it. But in time, why tell on Vito? You know what I mean? Vito said, "Don't worry about it." In time, you know, that was in the works. He goes, "I'll help you resolve this and help him get justice." But they all get locked up, and when they get locked up, they don't lock him up. They tell him, "Listen, this is what we got right now. Either you go in for murder or you wear a fucking wire." I think he was wearing a watch, to be honest with you. I'm not sure.
That's what they say, but I think that FBI guy said in an interview that it wasn't.
It wasn't
a
watch.
I don't know if he said what it was, but he denied that he was wearing a watch with it.
He put a very dear friend of mine, ex-friend of mine, in jail for 10 years, and he wasn't even there. So, you know, why? I mean, you should have just got out of it right then and then when they tried to kill you. What did you want to do? You thought you were going to be on the street forever? You know?
Yeah. David Lopez, I can't imagine being in Vietnam and coming back and living the life. I mean, especially being around those characters, that's got to be crazy. But, you know, there was a lot of guys before that, World War II veterans, who got into the life for sure. Those guys saw some action, I'm sure. Yeah. Sad. Mm-hmm. Oh, what's his name? Asked this question a bunch of times. I'm sorry, Big Kahuna. Any stories about Ali Shades?
No.
Okay.
I know he is. He owned that pastels place. No.
Frank says, who made Messino and when around?
I'm sure Rastelli proposed him.
Yeah. Check out Ross Brodar at Dominic Montiglio the Life. Yeah, there's a link right there. If you guys ever saw that channel, if you haven't seen that channel, please check out that channel. Dominic Montiglio, The Life. The full Lynchpin of Bensonhurst documentary is on that channel if you ever guys want to watch it. Do you guys know of any big time under the radar mafia guys who were discovered by funeral surveillance? I wouldn't. Maybe Frank knows.
What do you mean?
Do you guys know any big time under the radar mafia guys who were discovered by funeral surveillance?
No, but probably. You know, I wouldn't doubt that happened. You know, like, hey, what the fuck's this guy keeps doing at funerals? You know, I know there's some surveillance of some people I knew that they had them made as made members and they weren't. So that was weird too. They get it wrong. Mostly they get it right.
Any Arturo Gatti fans? Thoughts on him? You know, I'm not very knowledgeable much on boxing. I got to be honest with you.
Oh, he fought Mickey Ward. He was
I know of those fights.
In Jersey. Yeah.
So what happened with his death? What's with that?
Suspicious in Brazil. Had a Brazilian wife. He went over there. They kind of say it was a suicide. Some people said she had something to do with it.
The Ridgewood boys, Genie crew made one too many enemies at that time. Is that true?
Probably.
Aunt C says you were telling the story.
Huh?
Aunt C says you were telling the story about Vito and a fire extinguisher. He says you never really finished that story.
Oh, with the bug. Yeah, that was Adriano. He died not too long ago. So Adriano had a problem with the drugs a little bit. So he goes up to this kid, Anthony, and Anthony was palling around with Vito Guzzo a lot at the time. And he goes, I know this kid. He knows how to track bugs in electronic bugs.
Oh, yeah.
He goes, he knows how to. He goes, oh, really? He goes, yeah. He goes, all right. Go to Patty Catalano's club and let him see if there's anything in there, right? He goes, yeah, all right, cool. Yeah, we'll let him do it. We'll pay him a couple of dollars, whatever. So Adriano goes over there with this fucking, like one of those things you buy in the back of comic book pages, the fucking detectives.
Yeah.
Over there going around, probably thinking about where he's going to go fucking go blow on his glass dick over there. And he's going around. And he tells him, look, there's no bugs in here. I know, whatever. Sure enough, they get bugged maybe like 6 months later. So he goes back to the kid, Anthony. He goes, Vito does. He goes, what the fuck was wrong with this kid? He just fucking bullshit. Now I got to go fuck him up. And I don't really want to, but I got to because Patty told me to go fuck him up. And they go, okay, yeah, well, then fuck him up. So they took him back in the club. They hit him with a fire extinguisher. There was about this much blood over there on the fucking floor after they were done with him. Jeez. And Anthony didn't want to do it. He knows the guy all his life. But, that's wow. I wouldn't sign up for that, even if I knew that, even if I thought there was a chance that these things got work.
Yeah, so it was a Fugazi bug checker.
Yeah, and he got his head cracked.
Vinny Boombots, another 10. Will anyone ever be able to answer why Richie did Bobby Lupo?
Yeah. That's the soundbite you need.
He's deep in the conspiracy over here. Thank you, Vinny.
How many people we got here?
Funny guy, Vinny Boombots. 162.
In the house, baby, in the house. Thank you, guys.
Hit that like, people, please. Ben Allmark, have a good night, buddy. Appreciate you. What's up, Brian Bosek? How are you, sir? Tommy Vega says he was killed by his wife. Yeah, I kind of saw that conspiracy there for a minute.
There was one kid who used to beat his fucking wife down all the time. His brother's a made guy now. He used to beat her up. She wasn't allowed to see her family. This happened in Howard Beach. Put a fucking pillow over his head, and she shot him.
Oof.
After years of abuse, though, he was an abusive fucking guy and everything like that. He beat the case, and she beat the case.
Wow.
Really good girl too. Once this guy had his hands on him, it was all. It's not good to talk about that, whatever. But yeah,
that's wild.
That was probably the last time he smacked it.
Yeah. Will Hildebrand, thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Any tough girls or girlfriends connected to the Giannini crew?
We didn't have that kind of aura about us that any of us that the girls we hung out with. Did we know any tough girls? Our tough were the girls who shut up, mind their business, and took care of us when we were in trouble. You know what I mean? Like jail and stuff. There was no loudmouths. Yeah. The Sicilian girls are a little different from the Italian American girls. And Italian American girls could also be Sicilian girls, but they're just been here third, fourth generation. So no, we didn't have a lot of that going on.
N says, I know you're a New York guy, but Brett, do you follow the Zodiac case? You know what? I really don't. And I'm interested in it. I know that there is somebody on here, Ross. He's got a channel, PDX Planet Filmworks. Sorry, Ross, if I forgot the channel. I've been on his channel before, but he's very much into the Zodiac case. I don't know too much about it. I know that it's like this never-ending thing. Who's who? Who is he? Is he this guy? Is he that guy? And then there was this Netflix thing, I think, that came out recently, but I don't trust Netflix because, like, something will come out, Frank, like on Netflix, and they're like saying this is the guy. But then if you go on Reddit to like the real Zodiac community, you'll find them all, oh, this is bullshit. I can't believe they actually put this thing out. That's where you kind of find like the real fanatics who probably are correct, because they're really in it.
Yeah, but everybody in that community, though, everybody in that Zodiac community, right? Do they feel that the guy that they profile in the Netflix series is actually the guy. Do they have that in common at least?
I don't think they do.
They don't.
From what I could see just from looking at it, I don't think they do.
The way they presented that documentary, I mean, it leaves little doubt that it was him.
Yeah, like I said, I'm not too into it. Jonathan Weber, what's going on, Bo? Hey, Bo. How are you? Yeah, I don't know. That's a good one, Vinny. Everyone that enters the chat, a like gets added automatically. That would be freaking pretty sweet, right? Aunt C, Frank, do you know Joe Galante Sr.? He was Grimaldi's guy at one point. Whatever happened to him?
I know he's got to be old now, but yeah, of course. Him and my dad worked in the. He was younger though. He worked up in the mountains back, and then of course I know him. I met him here.
Did you ever meet a boss while you were on the street?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. Rob Jean says he was on the phone, but they string you along with those shows. Okay, yeah. That's why.
I mean, if there's a Sicilian in there and you've heard of them and they're out there, I met them.
Okay. Hootie tried saying Al Trucchio punked Vinny Gorgeous at Rayos. What do you think about that? Do you know Hootie?
Punked who? Gorgeous?
Nah. Yeah. Oh, the Son. Come on.
Absolutely not.
Stop it. The Son?
No.
Listen, I ain't a part of no life, but I mean, it's Rob Jean.
Okay,
no
so
shot.
if he didn't fight him or they ended up talking about something, and then what Trucchio told Hootie after they left, it's two different things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if it got to the point where he offended Vinny and said something where it was supposed to go down or something like that, nah, not at all. No.
That sounds a little crazy to me, yeah.
Nah,
Didn't they conclude Arthur Allen was the Zodiac? I don't think they're really set on it. I really don't know. Hootie Kamaj says Hootie's you know what? Yeah, I don't know. That sounds fucking nuts to me. I don't know about all that.
No,
I agree with what Rob Jean says.
What's up, fellas? You hear me or not? What's going on, cuz?
That's the best out there. 20th Avenue, right there. St. Dominic's, right across the street.
Finished. You're finished, Rob. Sorry. Listen, you're a part of the show, so I figured,
Warwickshire.
I figured,
right there in Cleveland.
Pastor Bradley, if you're out there, please come back. I don't know. You said you've been watching the show for a wee while. You need to come back. We would love to have you back on the show.
Come on, yeah.
We'd love to have you back. Bradley, I've made you a part of the
Warwickshire. Warwickshire. Warwickshire.
Warwickshire.
Have you ever received such an honor, Bradley? You need to come back. Jeff Nadeau is in the house. What's up, Jeff?
Jeff Nadeau.
What's going on? The sit down with Jeff Nadeau. You're both dead.
Go fucking. I thought he was gonna piss him off.
Oh, sit down says Pastor Bradley sucks. Oh, come on.
Come on, man.
No, he does suck. I mean, listen, it's not somebody we can have on all the time, but I'd like to see him make a triumphant return.
We got him by mistake.
You ever heard about the Pittsburgh family, Frank?
No.
What is that? The fucking Primanti Mafia? I'm just kidding. Frank, any good JB and Delicato stories?
Nah, not really. Old guy. No. He's in those pictures too, the ones with the wedding over there.
Yes, he is. You're right.
Yeah.
You ever meet Mikey Nose?
No.
Okay.
Don't nose him.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, after this at 9 o'clock, go over to NYC Crime Spot. Check out my premiere. Hopefully some of you people in the chat end up over here. And then you go over to NYC Crime Spot. Check that out. When I was filming for that one, I ran into this lady. I'm going to go back. She was working at the Sherwood Diner over there in Lawrence.
Sit down with Jeff Nadeau goes, Frank, there's a new wiretap recently I saw. And Sandro Osio, you were mentioned several times. Probably not good.
Where'd you see that, Jeff?
Bring it up. What did he say? He goes, I love that kid.
I love that kid.
Doubt it.
I love that kid. I don't think he was a cop. He was a former school teacher in a chomo. I don't know what you're talking about. Maybe you're talking about the Zodiac. Yeah, I don't know much about that. I don't know. I'm not a Zodiac guy, I guess. Not much for that. I'm not really into any of those mysterious, like, who did it. I think they just said they solved the Jack Ripper case, though. They said there was a wiretap on him, and it says you and him and others were at a cafe that got raided.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was his coffee shop. We got raided, what, in 1999?
Where was that?
Fresh Pond Road. That was the building that Joe Messina owned.
Oh, okay. Huh.
Yeah. That was Cafe Via Veneto.
Release the Kraken. What was the name of that again?
The coffee shop?
Yeah.
Cafe Via Veneto. It was Sandro's coffee shop, but the building was owned by Joe Messina.
Okay. I just watched is Cattiallo still in Bayside? No, Cattiallo is not in Bayside. You know, that was a good kitchen. I got a funny story about that, Tom. When they were filming that, I lived 2 blocks away. And I actually got to see Gordon Ramsay because I don't know how I found out, and you put your name on the list or whatever. I don't know if it was a Facebook group. I don't know, whatever. My name was on the list to go in there when they were filming, but they never called me. So I went when they were filming, and I saw Gordon filming and running across Francis Lewis Boulevard back into Cattiallo. No, Cattiallo is not there anymore. It was another Greek restaurant after that, and now it's been taken over by, I don't know, it's another Greek restaurant. You were there in 2001. Wow, that's probably like around the time they opened. They were on Kitchen Nightmares, Tom. Did you know that? Check that one out. Cattiallo, Francis Lewis Boulevard. That's so random, Tom. What the hell were you doing over there?
Scott H, my man, what's up, buddy? Thank you for everything, my man.
Scott H, yeah, Scott H is the man. Look at him raising the glass to Jimmy Buffett. One interesting thing about Zodiac, they used a part of his manifesto in Dirty Harry where he said he wanted to shoot school kids off the bus in the movie. Is that right? I didn't know that. Oh, you saw it? Okay, yeah. That was kind of a sad one, actually. That Cattiallo. Frank, you ever meet Gus Faraci? Who did the work?
No, I was young. I mean, when he
that was Tuzio, right? That killed him.
Tuzio, yeah, he was involved in that, and then Tuzio got killed by Lino and Mangelli.
Yeah.
He thought he was gonna get made. They Joe Pesci'd him. You like that analogy?
You what?
They Joe Pesci'd him.
Oh yeah. Oh, is that what happened? Yeah.
Hey, where's everybody? Poof. You know.
Yeah. You're gonna get made, kid. My ex-girlfriend lived on 149th Street, 149th Ave, and 149th Court. What? Oh yeah, that makes sense. I see what you did there. That's Queens for you. You forgot road too. You might as well add a road. I actually grew up on 149th Street in Whitestone. Did your girlfriend live? Was she my neighbor?
What was Whitestone Pool at?
What's up?
Whitestone Pool. My brother used to take us when we were kids.
Whitestone Pool Hall was on. It was between 149th and 150th Street in what's called the Whitestone Village, across from the Veteran Park. Dude, I fucking grew up right there. Are you serious right now? Or are you stalking my fucking former addresses? Even though I moved from there when I was 12. I grew up by that Veteran Park. Yeah, that's between 149th and, you're right, maybe that's 1/5. I don't know. It's 149th and 16th Road. The Veterans Park is on 16th and over there. Yeah, that's right where I grew up. And they would have the Memorial Day parade there every Memorial Day. And you would see some interesting guys at that Memorial Day parade. Some interesting guys.
Okay, yeah.
Every Memorial Day. I was there. I still go.
You guys have each other's numbers?
No, send me his number. I still go every Memorial Day.
Tom. I got you. Yeah. You and Tom need to talk.
It's very nostalgic for me. I go to the Whitestone Memorial Parade every Memorial Day. And yeah, there's always some good characters hanging out over there. I was at a coffee shop one day, and in walks Joe P. I had to leave. I was laughing so hard. He was wearing a Godfather movie hat, long coat over his shoulders, and a cane. Joe P?
Talking to me?
Who's Joe P? Is that a buddy of yours?
I don't know. I'm getting all these cryptic messages. I don't know. I'm sorry, Nancy. Is that me? You're talking about Joe P?
Yeah.
Joe Pistone?
Oh, Joe Pistone. Yeah, maybe that's what he's talking about.
No, he ain't talking about Joe Pistone.
Maybe he is. Imagine.
Where?
Yeah, White Stone's the shit. White Stone's the shit, Tom.
These guys are losing me with all this fucking talking.
Do you like Leola Restaurant? Where's Leola Restaurant? Why does that sound so familiar? Leola Restaurant. Oh, over there by the gas station. Yeah, no, I never went there. Barzalette. I know where it is. Before GPS, I avoided Queens. They have too many of the same numbers, streets, place, street, court, avenue, lane, road. Yeah, Queens is crazy. Queens is nuts like that.
Oh, yeah. What's that question right there? What did it say?
Who's the most volatile individual you have associated with? Sorry if the question is vague.
Well, I don't know. There's many. I don't know. That's a tough one. Yeah, they're probably still out there.
Joe Christmas.
The most violent was, huh?
The most violent?
Yeah. Shit, the most violent out there. There was a couple. Like there's guys that like to use bats, like to use guns. Guys that would fight all the time were the first ones in there to fight. There was a lot. A lot of the Woodhaven guys were good with their hands.
Okay.
And like you get Vito, he was just, I don't know if you call that violent because he wasn't violent for much, but it took maybe a minute, 2 minutes, he was done. But I don't know. There's a couple that come to mind. Frank, were you at Appalachian? No.
No, he was at Appalachian.
He also asked a question: who represented the Bananas? I think that would be Joe Bonanno.
That would make sense. Brett, my friend in Queens asked me what spot. Oh, that was the North Shore Diner, Jump Capella, Northern Boulevard.
What was your favorite diner in New York?
You asking me?
Yeah.
My favorite diner was a neighborhood diner that we had by me that was called the Omega Diner. It was on 32nd Avenue in Bayside. And that's only because it was a few blocks from me. I have a lot of memories going there with my friends. It was a real nice neighborhood diner. It has since closed. Aside from that, I don't know. Honestly, I go to any diner. I never really had a favorite.
Drew Ho says, would your cousin Dino ever come on YouTube? Now that, and I don't mean with no disrespect if he's still here, that'd probably be a question for Rob, who I know nobody talks to him, right? I'm not saying he does, but he knows him better than I do because they grew up together. That would probably be something that he'd probably, there you go. There's your answer. And Rob definitely knew him better than I did. It was the whole family. They grew up together, the whole kids and everything. He was always there with them.
Rob says, how was Big Head with his hands?
Non-existent. Did I ever tell you the story when he bounced the check? He punched the guy like this. I had to take care of it from there. Not that I was, but I was a lot better than he was, put it that way.
Oh, that's the one you told me on the phone. Yeah, we got to do a separate episode for that one, I think. That's crazy.
Yeah. With Iavani. No. Rob, there you go. Rob, tell you, no, it's definitely, if he says Dino won't come on, he won't. And I don't think so. Dino's got a lot to, I don't know his personality. I do know his personality, and his personality says no. We got different ones. He was clumsy, I heard. Rob, who, Iavani? Is that with the, yeah, definitely.
Is that who he's talking about?
I don't know. Who are you talking about? Clumsy.
Robbie, were you talking about this guy?
He's got no neck.
Oh, this guy wants to know if there's any Maranzano's sons or grandsons that went into the life.
No, not that I know of. I said it before. My granddad, my mom's dad, worked with the brother on the farms back in the day. Long time talking about.
Really, yeah.
Yeah, he was talking about he had a brother in New York that's really doing well. You see the neck like that, ISIS wouldn't even fucking take him. They think they'll fuck their blades up. With a neck like that.
Big head Vinny. You ever run into Bill Banana?
No. You know who I do meet in like one of his best friends, Willie Ravello. He was the captain out of the Bronx, and they were good friends back in the day.
I can't believe somebody sent it to me. Oh, Jesus Christ. Somebody just sent me something. I don't know if I can play it.
What is it?
Frank, was Al Capone's scar real or makeup?
I don't know.
You guys want to see this?
Yeah, sure.
Nice.
The shock factor.
All right, you guys want to see this? All right, here we go. I'm sorry. I think they want me to play it here.
I don't need my consigliere to tell me you're the one I've been looking for. You must be a made woman because you just made my day. Roses are red. It's a blue. Call it a mob hit. So all I'm going to take out is you. Hey, girl.
Fuck.
You're better looking than your mugshot. It's not a gun.
This guy's really going in. Sorry, guys.
Better go on you. You know what that means? Jesus Christ. You should be ashamed of yourself.
Can you ask Frank about Joe Galante?
Which one?
Which one?
Senior or junior? And we'll get to that.
Drew Hall wants to know why was JB not at that meeting in 81?
Oh, because he figured if something, the dad was like, if something happens to me, he wanted his son not to be there. He goes, why both of us?
No, he's talking about the brother, I think.
Oh, JB. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. Probably the same reason I would think. You know, they went into that meeting thinking that maybe they weren't going to come out. You know that. So maybe that's why. And Frank Lino was like, what the fuck I gotta go for?
Yeah, I was gonna say, didn't you say that Lino was like, what the fuck you taking me there?
Yeah,
Like,
what are you taking me for? He goes, what I got to do is, well, you're gonna be there instead of Anthony, you know. So there you go.
And do you think?
Yeah, I knew him. Uzi Options. Sure.
Do you think he was supposed to get whacked, Lino?
I'm sorry?
Do you think he was supposed to get whacked?
No.
Okay.
I mean, there's 15 guys there.
That's a good point. But you never know. Someone drops a gun, you know. So.
And he becomes Walter Payton and runs through the fucking like Chariots of Fire song comes up. Yeah. I know he was younger, but even then, you know.
D'Andrea Carding, yo, what's going on, buddy?
What's
153
up,
people. Please hit that like button. Holy shit, Sammy's cutting promos for holidays. Now, yeah, I mean, who doesn't want a Sammy gift card?
Mike the Plumber, good class kid.
Did they consider whacking Bonanno in Arizona after the book?
No, they would have. Oh, after the book, I don't know. I've never heard of that, but they probably did. They think there was going to be a case about it after? Probably not. Maybe they would have killed him before he wrote the book.
But what was that with the cheese connections and all that? Still
out there, he had a lot of connections.
But that was still.
Yeah. No, he ate off of that a little bit.
Okay.
Oh yeah, for sure. He just wasn't making nothing compared. He was making his boss. The cheese, that was like, thank you very much.
Okay. Did you know Dom Sicali or meet him?
Oh no, Dom Sicali, no.
Yeah.
No, I'm reading the questions. I'm trying to stream my guy. No, I never met him. No.
I mean, if you're the guy who wrote a book on the mafia, is that Michael Cannell? Yeah, that's my wheelhouse for sure. Definitely. Yeah, I spoke to that guy too. Yeah. Is that my wheel? Yeah, 100%. 110%. My wheelhouse. Yep. 110%. Yeah, Tom. It's weird. I would do that. Yeah, get my number. There's something that I will have to tell you about that guy. It's not bad. But yeah, get my number from Frank. Frank, text the number to.
Oh, I have to. I'm done. I can't multitask. I'm just.
Yeah, I know. You get a little.
Yeah. I'll do it though. Absolutely. Scott H, did you guys ever watch 60 Minutes interview with the Bonanno family? It's a classic. Yeah, I did. I know. Al Capone. He's a jolly guy. He was a jolly guy. Yeah.
Hey, what are you doing? My cat's up here messing with me now.
That's what. Yeah. Where's my? Oh, she's there.
FBI went through Bonanno's garbage in Arizona. He owned 10% of Saputo cheese. Really? Wow.
Frank says, Frank F. If you had to start fresh in life, which family would you pick? None.
What was your biggest score?
Jolly guy, huh?
What was your biggest score?
30,000. About four of us. 50,000, 40,000. Okay. Not much. I made more money in sports and running card games than I did actually on scores. And then what the thing about scores is, and a lot of people who've been on scores could tell you, it's always nothing what the amount they tell you. It's going to be 2 million, not 200,000. You go in there, it's like 5,200. You know what I mean? If that.
Right. They build it up to be something that's not.
Yeah.
Great info on Bonanno. And she's, yes, Simon, if you want, you just look up the Pennsylvania Crime Commission. And that's what it's in, right?
Yeah, that's what the what do they call it? PFI or something like that.
Yeah. If you go Google, Simon, just type in, I don't know, Pennsylvania Crime Commission, Bonanno cheese or some shit. You'll find. There's
a great book on that. Jonathan Quinton's Vicious Cycles. Check it out. It was written in 1979. And he covers the rackets in the mob at the time better than anybody could at the time,
Yeah, and if you want to learn more, also, you go check out the episode we did on the channel, Francesco Cheech Navarra, the Cheese Wars, or I believe we called them the Pizza Wars, not the Cheese, but the Pizza Wars, and the death of Vincenzo Fiordilino. Check that out.
Carmine goes, I made more money with phone cards. Yeah, I mean, I made money with phone cards too. I'm just saying it than scores. I had more things that were set and like this is how much you're gonna make, and it usually did that. Sports, gambling, card games, whatever.
Didn't Bonanno and Ballestieri own Grande Cheese, Wisconsin? Did they own that, or they just had massive influence over it?
Oh shit! I think that was more that Ballestieri guy, but they also, there was one. The big one they had was in San Jose, California.
What was it?
San Jose.
Oh, okay. Grande's huge. That's like, I mean, all these pizzerias use Grande.
There was some like the pizza businesses. They had a lot of them in Southern California. When I was, my godfather had a couple. His brother-in-laws. They had like 40 pizza places between 3 brother-in-laws.
Okay. Footer had a nice lefty softball swing built for Grover Cleveland Park. Is that right?
I'm telling you, I'm not gonna find out who you are, motherfucker. Yeah, it was only 110 feet, but yeah, why not?
Roma Foods, Frank Cali.
Yeah, I know.
Roma Foods, Frank Cali.
Yeah. Was it Roma? Yeah.
Castellano, yeah, he had a lot of money over there with the poultry, with the markets.
Grande was a big one too. David Price mentions right there.
Yeah, they're still definitely around. 100%, guys. In 20 minutes at 9:00,
the diners.
Get over to NYC Crime Spot. I'm having a live premiere with a chat. It's gonna run. I think it's like 22 minutes. It ain't that long, but I would appreciate. It's 152 people here now. If you got time, come over to NYC Crime Spot. I'm gonna premiere. Usually, I wouldn't do a premiere Monday at 9, but I figure we piggyback on this program. Hopefully, you guys come over there. It's gonna be a good one. It's a good one.
Yeah, I could sit there and stay in the chat for once.
Listen. Who am I to say if it's going to be good? I guess you guys decide.
I
If
think it's gonna be awesome. I'm there.
You guys decide. We're out in Lawrence, Long Island. We're out in East Elmhurst, Queens, and then we're out in where else? We're in Maspeth too. So I go to 3 different locations. We do a comparison. We go to the real location for a Goodfellas diner, and we go to the fake ones, the ones they use for the movies. You might even see a fucking Eggs Benedict or something too. You never know what you're gonna see.
Joe Cool has a good question.
Tom says Calandra. You know what? Village is really nice. Calandra's Village. I don't know. I never heard of it. Joe Cool. Frank, did any of your boys do any banks or armored trucks?
A little bit.
A little bit.
Not that many.
Just a little bit. It might have even been at the same place a couple of times. You know. Frank, did Joe Messina and Frank Copa throw hands, or was that some? Wow, that would be a fight I'd like. That's like Godzilla versus Rodan.
No. Yeah, no. It was Frank Lino and Joe Messina. Joe Messina put him in a headlock.
Really?
Yeah, the co-defendant meeting. Yeah, 100%.
He put him in a headlock.
Yeah, Frank Lino was complaining about fucking Sal all the time. He has no money to go to trial. This is bullshit and whatever. And Joe was like, I had enough of this shit. And he just grabbed him in a headlock, and the other guy separated.
Did Frank know anyone who went back to Sicily to get made because they couldn't hear?
Nah, and if they did, I don't know about it.
Dejan Zivan. What's going on, man? How are you? Yeah, Casablanca. David Price. Uzi options. Any reason my question was avoided? Yeah, because I don't fucking like you, dude.
I'll tell you what. Why don't you pay?
I'm kidding, Uzi. I didn't see your question.
Yeah, he wore a wire. He wore a wire.
Where's his question? Where's Uzi options?
His guess was that Joe Galante Jr. wear a wire. Yeah, he wore a wire.
Sorry, Frank. My question about Joe Galante. He wore a wire. Oh, okay. Yeah, that was the question.
It's just like it's so correct. You want to know your question. So I mean, yeah, all right. So
I was just messing with you, Uzi. But the only reason why you exist out here is because of me. That's true. That's true, Jim Capella. I know that. Frank, you worked for Tully Construction in the past? I worked for Tully and was with IUE Local 14 on the pile for 9/11 cleanup.
No, I never said I worked for Tully.
I heard Frank loves the food at Casablanca.
Sucked. It's great because everybody was up Joe's ass. We used to go over there. Oh, wow, this is great. Just spend the money. Oh, could give a fucking shit on the stick. And they'll tell you it was the fucking best thing they ever had.
That's gotta suck.
He goes again. Then I answered your question. I said yes.
Yes. This is
Da in Russian.
Tony Pizza carved the Easter Island statue. Yes, this is true. This is true. Francesco, can we shake down those crab boats?
Now, that's trouble right there. Yeah. I'll tell you why. All fucking connected to the government.
G. Morello said Ronnie G was on pastry duty for Messino. What is that? Give me an eclair. Why don't you give me one of them fucking eclairs?
I tied his shoe. I'm not ashamed of him. He couldn't bend down, and I said, I got you. And I tied his shoe.
Messino?
Yeah.
He tied his shoe.
That was my grandfather. Or I would, and he was our guy at the time. He was our boss. That's what you do.
Well, there you go, Frank. You just graduated from
duty. A lot of people would kiss you. I told you, people would kiss his ass at the restaurant.
You just graduated. You went from coffee boy to shoe tire. I mean, this is.
Well, I had to get up somehow.
Oh my God! Oh, he used to work with Joe in a place years ago. I knew him. Oh, that's why I want you to know. He used to work with him.
I got you. I didn't mean to but you asked the same question a couple of times, and I told you.
Frankie Laces.
Frankie.
You didn't have a nickname though, did you?
Sometimes they fuck around my head sometimes.
Oh, okay.
Besides, because I was too big.
How big or heavy is Messina? You know, you get to. I mean,
Big.
there's plenty of.
He's about 5'10" and about when I about good 5'10", 5'11". You know, he's inching to 6 foot, and he was about, I don't know, 350, 350, 360.
Yeah. Padge is back. He had his breadsticks. He had his what are they doing at Olive Garden nowadays? What do they got over there? Some kind of pasta you never heard of that they try to sound fancy. We have the whatever, I don't know. We have the farfalle with the fondue sauce and the whatever the fuck.
That language.
Joe Galante worked in a medical supply place. Guess he was wearing that wire then. Jeez.
Yeah, we what happened with him was we went to, we had to go back upstairs. So Joe and me, we were coming back from a separate legal visit. So we're over there at MDC, and there's this Spanish fucking CEO that's hurrying him up. He goes, come on, let's go. I say, hey, calm the fuck down. He goes, who are you? He goes, and there's go Joe again. He goes, stop. You can't win with them. And I'm like, no, I got you. I got you. Don't worry about your show. I got it. Because he was rushing us. You understand? We wanted to, and if we didn't make it on time, they would have closed the door, and then we had to wait another 15 minutes, you know?
Yeah.
So I tied his shoe real quick.
Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. What are you gonna say? No? What are you gonna say? Fuck off?
Say did that, huh?
What are you gonna say? Fuck off? What was Louis Restivo like?
It was just it was at a curve. I would have did that for about any older person. I was 31 years old, in great shape. I mean, what the fuck?
Yeah, you get to see him. I guess the size of him at that time. There's like that full frontal mugshot when he's wearing that like that velour suit and he looks like a mess.
Yeah.
Looks like they grabbed him out of a fucking OTB or something.
He sounded like Jackie Gleason. That's how he sounds like.
That's not the Joe Messino I know.
And then he would throw out a couple of fucking Italian words there and there while he's talking. Like, you know, you understand would be agavish. You go, agavish.
Yeah.
He would do that.
Agavish? Yeah, I know that. I've heard that shit. I don't know if you heard. You've been gone a long time. I don't tie shoes no more.
No, he would. Yeah, exactly. I don't care what people say. But look, I did the ultimate shit, right? I told. So what else can you say?
Yeah. The food at Giannini's was good. My oldest kid had his baptismal there.
Oh, okay. Right next door, right? They had another room for parties. We usually had the Grimaldis. They had. We used to have parties. I was there many a times, even when it was before Casablanca was Giannini's. Not the coffee shop, the restaurant.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. You should have gotten some welcome. Well,
I gave Wild Bill Catolo a box of Partaga cigars, $8.98, to thank him for a placement in the union. Is that all right? Is that right? Did Joe Messino's fupa hit the top of your head? That's too funny. That's too funny.
I guess. Hey, listen. I guess I put myself in that one, but hey, it's true. What are you gonna do? Hopefully, we're not old enough in that situation ever.
Did Messino speak Italian?
No. His wife is born in Sicily, though. But that football was good. I like it.
Let me ask you this. This is a question I want to ask you. How many guys who were not born in Italy, right? Like regular Italian Americans, how many guys did you know that actually went to Italy, like to visit Italy, to go there and, you know, see the homeland, so to speak? Was it a thing with guys that weren't from there?
Who are you, Dr. Evil?
Yeah, I'm sorry. He came up here. He keeps.
I got my over there.
He keeps bouncing over here.
Yeah, that's a good question. Not many.
Okay.
Yeah, I think Sal was the only one born in the United States out of his family.
Okay. Yeah. Because like, I don't know. I know like a lot of Italian kids, whatever. I mean, I knew like a lot of these people, they've never even went out of their way to go there, which I always found kind of weird. I don't know.
Yeah, no, yeah. It seems like the Americans, like the real non-Italians, like to go to Italy better than the Italians that their
That's what
family.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, and those are the ones that I feel like that play up the Italian thing more. The ones that don't go there, unless I'm just being biased.
Nah,
I
the
don't
ones
know.
that used to go back are the ones that were like me, first generation or born there and lived in it. They would go back. I knew guys that didn't go back for 30 years. I mean, I think there was one of my brothers didn't go there since I don't know if he ever went back. Kind of think about it since we came in 72. I don't know. One did because we went together in 90, but I don't know the other one.
Right. Yeah. It's good. I went there. I would like to go back.
Yeah, I mean Salvatale. Yes. New theory.
Okay. Yeah.
Who is that? What is that? Tom. There you go. Look at that. What a nice guy.
Police officer? What's
Yeah.
that about?
Yeah.
Policeman? What's that about? Huh.
And what's weird about that? It's like it's at a time where a lot of Sicilians weren't even if they thought about that. I mean, first generation, they weren't saying it.
Frank, why didn't Banana kill Luciano?
I don't know. Luciano was much stronger than Bonanno, I think. I feel.
Have you heard anything about what Vitali's up to now? That would
No, he's somewhere in America though. I think I didn't get that. I got that. I'll say it from Nadu. Nadu kind of has an idea where he's at. He got somebody actually that contacted him, and yeah. So he knows where he's at. But he's another one that's definitely not gonna. That guy has a lot of. You talk about the mob being what it used to be, real quick. He's not very. There are people that go out of his way for this guy like that. He did a lot of damage.
one thing I liked about Whitestone when I went there is a lot of people spoke Italian. So yeah, there still is. Definitely still is. Especially now, Tom. They opened up 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. They opened up a place called Tutto Calcio in Whitestone. They just opened up a spot in Manhattan too, and it's fucking really legit. And you go in there, and it's just legit Italians, old Italian guys in there, and it's a really great place, though.
They used to sell soccer sportswear back in the day. The first store, I believe, was in 18th Avenue in Brooklyn.
Yeah, I know you said that. I don't think it's connected though. I really don't.
Tutto Calcio, I think was. We used to go there and buy stuff.
No, I'm saying I don't think the one here is connected to that one though. I don't think it's the same thing.
Okay. The what do you say? The Barlow talk. What's the matter for you, kind of?
I talked to Frank about this once. Do you think the mob can use artificial intelligence to track down informants? That's pretty crazy. How would they do that?
I don't know. There's got to be somebody who really wants somebody that bad, but I mean, and it's got to have some kind of tech. I don't know.
That would be interesting.
Do I think that something's going to happen one day where it's going to be like, wow, I kind of seen that coming? Yeah, I think so. I think somebody's going to get.
Frank, you ever hear about the Youngstown crew? I guess that's Ohio. They were under Pittsburgh. Lenny, was that Stroyo or Strollo?
I heard the thing I heard about them is like and real not much, but that they were bombing everything at the time. And I knew a lot of people that were in jail with them in the 80s. And they said that talk about they don't use bombs. That's all they were using.
Okay. Think they're Napoli fans. Tutto Calcio, real Italian. Yeah, it's legit. Like I said, I went to Italy when I went, and then like a year after I came back, I think they opened up. And it was so perfect because it was so like what I experienced over there when they opened it. And I still go. I go there all the time. It's very legit.
How many people we got?
148 people.
Not bad. We're consistent at least.
Please
Thank you, guys. Thank you. Shout out to you guys. We're getting how far are we from 2,000 subscribers?
About 40 something.
We're about 40 away from 2,000.
Yeah.
Thank you. Couldn't have did it without you guys. And
yeah.
And 52 Topic Nation. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Yeah, for sure. Listen, we got about 5 or 6 more minutes. Like I said, NYC Crime Spot. I'm premiering something on there at 9 o'clock. We'll go to 3 different locations, check out some diners, and we'll see what it is. We'll see how it works. See how it works out. We go to Maspeth, Frank. You get to see the streets of Maspeth again.
Rush Street. You know, Joe Mastino actually had a club back in the day, one of his first clubs out right around that area, right there on Rush Street. That's his name.
You were telling me that. Yeah. I think the address for the place is like Maspeth Avenue, but I guess Rust is what, that side or whatever.
Yeah, right there by the Kosciuszko Bridge.
Exactly. And wait till you guys get a load of what this place looks like. So what I did, I went to 3 diners for the upload that's coming out, and believe it or not, guys, the diner that is in Goodfellas. Well, there's a couple of diners in Goodfellas, but the one where Henry and Jimmy are there, and Henry looks coked out, and he's like, "I want you to go down to Florida, whatever." You know, he just got arrested for drugs. And the one where they find out Tommy's whacked and Robert De Niro is fucking doing what he's doing in the phone booth. That diner structure is still there, but it's like a pigsty. It's abandoned. There's cars parked all over it. It's a fucking nightmare. You guys are going to get to see what it looks like. I went to a couple of other places today. Kind of a Goodfellas diner, real versus fake. That's kind of the premise of the upload. J&S Cake. There you go. How was that? How was the cakes? How was that? Was that a catering place?
Nah, one of those fucking roach coach places.
Oh, okay.
You got a pound cake and a fucking whatever. And...
Thank you, Carmine S. Yeah, one of those Giacomo Amato type places.
Oh, Giacomo Amato. Shout out to Giacomo. If it wasn't for him, the Banal family wouldn't even existed.
Good night, Tom Lavecchia.
When are we gonna do the Friday Fugazi's? I'm just.
Yeah, we're gonna get that. We're gonna get that soon.
No.
I think it's on Foster or Avenue D. We're gonna get that soon. I'll leave it up to you when you want to start that. Creative Creep says 9. Psh. Whatever. Farmers Boulevard.
Any more questions from
guys? Get a couple more questions. 131 people.
Yes.
Please come over to my channel after this NYC Crime Spot. Give it a like, give it a comment, give it a high five. Give me $100. Yo.
Joke.
Yo,
Thank you guys. Thank you so much. To everybody. I mean, who we got here? Big Lou. I didn't see him today, but thank you. We got Scott H. Roro. I love you guys, everybody. Dr. Vinny Boombots. Matt. Who else we got? David Price. Everybody, man. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Opening day Yanks, 327. Oh, it gets earlier and earlier every year.
You know, I'm a Met fan, but I'm so mad at the Mets, man. They suck, bro.
Yeah,
they give that motherfucker all that money. I mean, are you out of here, man? 15 years at 40-something million a year. And who's to say he's not gonna look like Bartolo Colon in 7 fucking years?
I fucking love Bartolo Colon. That's my guy.
Not like 40 million a year.
No. But Bartolo was the fucking man.
Yeah, I mean, what the fuck? And the Yankees, with that money by accident that they didn't give this fucking guy, they got a team. They got 2 fucking MVPs. All right, they're all who cares, but they still could swing it back. They got fucking a pitching staff that's starting to make sense. They moved their reliever to a fucking setup guy, and they have this fucking guy from Milwaukee. So who got the best out of the deal?
Yeah,
who got the best out of the deal? Saudi in the house. I see you, Saudi.
I know. Listen, I still pay attention to baseball a little bit, hockey probably a little more, but the contracts, it's out of control. It's out of fucking control. Let's get another one from Big Kahuna. The Big Kahuna Burger. That's that Hawaiian joint. Do you like Jerry Asaro?
Yeah, very much.
Well, I've heard a lot of people say that. Very nice guy.
Quiet
I guess unlike his dad.
Quiet guy, nice guy.
Tower King, my man. Tower King, nice. Hey, everyone. Bit late. Frank, that song Should Do You Face by Joe Dolce?
Oh, Shut Up Your Face. Yeah.
Oh, Shut Up Your Face. Okay.
Yeah. You don't remember that? What's the matter, you? Hey.
No, I must have missed that one.
Hockey's
my favorite. Yeah, hockey's the fucking best. So I'm a Ranger fan. You a Philly fan? What are you, fucking Eric Lindros boy over there?
Sport to watch. Go Islanders.
What are you, a fucking Lindros boy?
Look up there. They got my Islander banner up there. You see it?
Islanders. Yeah, fuck it. I don't hate the Islanders, but I'm definitely
I
not.
think I ripped my jet fucking up shit
I'm a
all
Ranger fan. Oh, you're a Capitals fan. All right, you Ovechkin boy.
Capitals. Capitals good.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me say thank you to everybody who kindly donated tonight. Vinny Boombots, Timothy O'Reilly, Ryan Brown, Simon, Vinny Boombots again, Vinny Boombots again, Vinny Boombots again, Vinny Boombots again. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Vinny Boombots. Appreciate all of you.
Love you guys, man. Love you. When
I'm
are we
going
coming?
live right now on NYC Crime Spot. The song is playing, ladies and gentlemen. We are live on NYC Crime Spot in 2 minutes. I would appreciate if every guys go over there. If you don't know my other channel, you go to YouTube, you type in NYC Crime. You don't even have to type in the spot. It actually automatically comes up. So go do that. Check that out. I have a live premiere going on right now. I know Roro is going to be there. Whoever else get Matt 321 $50. Thank you, Matt. Fuck.
Thank you, Matt. Thank you. I appreciate
you,
you,
Matt.
Matt.
That means a lot, man.
I appreciate everybody. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Matt. You're the fucking
Let's
man.
get that
Dude.
2,000 and go from there. Let's get that
Thank
2,000
you.
subscribers.
Thank you so much, Matt. That means a lot, buddy. Appreciate you so much. Everybody, have a great night. Frank,
Yeah,
buddy, come over to NYC Crime Spot or what?
Who, me? Yeah, of course.
You know what? All right, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, of course, of course. I'll be there. I'll be there.
We'll see you guys over there. Hopefully you guys can make it. Thank you.
All right, guys. All right, guys.
All right.
All right, guys.